Hi YouTube, this is JJ714 coming back at you, and now I'm going to talk about the basics for newly naturals. And as I said, that these principles can be used for those who are text lax or chemical relaxed, but starting your hair journey for healthier hair. However, I do recommend that if you do have chemicals in your hair, that you would actually look for YouTubers or go on Hairlista and look for groups that basically focus on what you're doing with your hair. But getting back to the basics for newly naturals, you're basically going to need to cleanse your hair. The key is making sure that you have a healthy scalp. You're going to need to cleanse your hair. You're going to need to deep condition your hair, and you're going to need to make sure you put moisture and retain moisture in your hair, including sealing your ends. Now, I know a lot of this, again, is new to you, but as you begin to take steps to learn more about how to take better care of your hair, and you develop a consistency in your regimen, it will become a lot easier. It's just like baby steps. You start one step at a time, and first you might barely be timid, and then after a while you'll start, holding on to things, and then after a while you turn it loose and you shake a little bit and you move, and then before you know long, you're running all over the place. So that's the beauty of the hair care journey. Is it's a journey, and look at it as going on a trip. You always plan your trip before you go, so when you get to your destination, you will enjoy the ride, basically. Um, so the basics are for shampoo. Use a sulfite-free shampoo. You have to be very, very careful about going to the store and just picking up anything. There are some naturals who can use a lot of different products, or they choose to use products that they can go and they can pick up off the shelf. But one of the reasons I decided to go natural is I didn't want to use chemicals in my hair. And so with that, I probably about 6 months or 7 months into my hair journey, I said to myself, well, if I don't want chemicals in my hair, then that should include the shampoos and the conditioners I'm using, because let's face it, when there's something on the shelf, regardless of whether it's food or, conditioner or shampoo, in order for that product to have life and not spoil, they have to put preservatives in those products. And if you do a research on a lot of those products, some of those products do have some type of chemical, or it might not be a chemical, it could be a silicone. Now, I'm not going to start talking too much about silicones right now, because I want you to get to the basics. But the bottom line, again, with everything, even with this video that I'm doing, do your due diligent research. It's going to be very important that you do it, because if you go out and you try something, I can suggest what I use on my hair. But if you go out and use what I use and you don't get the same results, you're going to feel violated. And so that's why it's important that you know what your hair likes. It's just like when you're exercising trying to lose weight. When you first start to lose weight, your body is going to fight you every step of the way, because it doesn't want to change from the way that you used to eat. But then after you start losing weight and your body starts to, you're dropping pounds and water weight and everything, your body is going to begin to tell you what it wants. And so normally when you feel thirsty, you won't look for a soda or whatever, you'll probably grasp, like I do, for water because water is what my body needs. Um, so again, it's very, very important that you do your due diligence on what your hair likes. Now, speaking of water, water is one of the best moisturizers that you can use for your hair. The only thing that you have to be concerned about water is that you need to know whether or not the area that you live in, if your water is what you call hard water. Because if it's hard water, it's going to put a lot of minerals and things in your hair that can cause a setback. So what you would need to do is, if you have hard water, find I think there's filters, hair filters that you can find, and you can go to probably like Lowe's, Home Depot, Walmart, places like that to find those. But these are little things that I never considered when I had chemicals in my hair, because most of the time, because I already had chemicals in my hair, what I was doing was not really affecting my hair because it was already infected with chemicals. But so what you need to do is, for shampooing, find you a sulfite-free shampoo. If you decide that you want to use a store-bought shampoo, what I would recommend is, like I said, if you use the Grow It book by Chikora, she does have details in there about things you can do that you can add to your shampoo that will, or dilute your shampoo to not get as much of an effect with your hair. Now, the only thing about using store-bought products, as I mentioned, they're probably going to have some type of silicone or something in it. And I'm not saying all, because there's some products now that they're making sulfite-free um, shampoos and conditioners. And then in most stores like Walmart and Target, and even Kroger, they have what they call a natural section, that they have products in there that you can use. But even ladies and gentlemen, in those areas, you need to do your research. If you cannot read or you can't understand how to pronounce a particular ingredient in a product, you need to write that ingredient down before you buy that product, and then research what it is. Because if you can't read it, chances are it has something in it you don't need to put in your hair. What I like to do is, and it took me a long time to do this, I condition wash probably, I would say 90% of the time. And I try to shampoo once a month. Condition wash, or you hear them called co-wash, is basically using a conditioner to wash your hair, just like you wash your hair with shampoo. Um, Now, what I do want to say, and you don't even, when you watch a lot of videos today, there's a way that you do need to wash your hair, because if natural hair is already going to be a challenge for you to deal with, if your hair gets tangled, you're going to want to real quick not want to be natural. So let me first suggest that when you wash your hair, that you divide your hair into no less than 4 sections. If you have a lot of hair, you'll probably need to do it in more than 4 sections. But my daughter has a lot of hair, and I still do her hair in 4 sections. I basically part down the middle and part from ear to ear. In each section, you take it, you can either do a braid, a plait, or a twist, and for each section, and then work with your hair, washing your hair in that manner. Now, in the book Grow It, Chikora, she makes washing very, very simple. If you do it the way that she does, it will take you probably, regardless of how much washing my hair the way that she recommends washing it, which is keeping it loosely braided. You keep it looser more toward, your scalps, because that's where you want to get. And, you can loosely braid or braid the rest down here, or plait it more secure so it doesn't come loose. The second thing about washing your hair is you only have to concentrate on your scalp, because your hair grows from your scalp. Everything that you see, all your hair that you see from your here hanging down, all that hair is dead. So if you are shampooing your hair, your scalp correctly, when you start to rinse, you can actually use the residue from the shampoo or the co-wash, the conditioner, to squeeze it through your braids, and it will cleanse this part of your hair. But basically, you want to make sure your scalp is cleansed. That saves on product also. The commercials where you see women washing their hair and they got their hair piled all on top and the shampoo all over, those days are over. We don't do our hair like that, and you don't have to. So again, you can also go on YouTube and Google. There are a lot of natural YouTubers that actually show you how they wash their hair, and they pretty much do it that way, and it's very, very easy. Um, the other thing now, I mentioned shampoo, conditioner. You need two types of conditioners actually. You need a protein conditioner, and you need a moisturizing conditioner. Protein conditioner, you will only use that when your hair needs it. Now with me, I am a 4A, 4B, 4C. My hair loves protein, so I try to at least once, especially when it's winter time, I try to use a protein deep conditioner in my hair at least once a week. So I may use a protein deep conditioner 4 times or 5 times in a month. Now, when I do a protein deep conditioner, I try to do it on dry hair. Some of it, I would say, if you're not accustomed to using a protein deep conditioner by yourself, follow the instructions on the conditioner until you get comfortable to know how your hair will handle the conditioner. Follow the instructions. But now I've gotten so sometimes I follow the instructions. Like I use Aubrey Organics GPB conditioner, and I will do it on dry hair. And it will say if I want to do a deep conditioner, to use it for 15 minutes and put a plastic cap on my head. But every now and then I might want to do it for 30 minutes, and I might sit up under heated hood dryer. After I do the deep conditioner, I will co-wash or wash my hair with shampoo. Um, I don't use regular shampoo. I use conditioners primarily. I use sulfite-free shampoo, or I use Terra Essentials Mud Wash. Now, I only use my Terra Essentials Mud Wash once a month when I clarify my hair. To clarify your hair means to use a shampoo or a clarifying shampoo or a mud wash or clays to cleanse your scalp from buildup from products that you use the month prior to you doing the clarifying. Because if your hair has buildup, your scalp will basically clog up, and you will not be able to see the growth that you need. And if you start to see where your hair is looking dry, or your ends are starting to seem like it's, splitting, you're getting not necessarily split ends, but your ends are shedding somewhat, chances are you're having some product buildup, and that's when you need to clarify your hair. Again, do your due diligent research. You can Google clarifying your hair or clarifying natural hair. You can find people on YouTube that talks about clarifying hair, but again, use wisdom and watching YouTube videos. Next, I talked about a protein conditioner. Then you need a moisturizing conditioner. A moisturizing conditioner will be a conditioner that will put moisture back into your hair. And I would say use a moisturizing deep conditioner. One that I have been debating whether I'm going to use again, I used to use it when I first started my natural hair journey, was Giovanni Smooth as Silk. Now, I know there are naturals that use it. I think it's a good product, but I was looking at the ingredients today, and I'm going to be honest, I did not see a silicone in the bottle that I have. But from what I understand, they remade that product, but then I think they went back to the original ingredients. If you do not see a silicone in there, because I was looking at the bottle that I have, I did not see anything that came close to looking like a silicone in there. But if you see a strange word that you don't know what it is, like I said, Google it and find out if it's silicone. Google silicone to find out what silicones are. There are some good silicones and there are some bad silicones out there. From what I understand, the water soluble silicones, they're good for your hair, but there are some that are not water soluble and they are bad for your hair because what happens, they coat your hair, and when silicone coats your hair, the bad ones, what it does is that any moisture product that you put in, say you wash your hair or you decondition your hair and it has the silicone in it. Well, when you start to put oils or leave-ins in your hair, your scalp will not get the benefits of those products, moisturizing products that you're putting in, because the silicone basically is like covering or keeping those products from getting to the root of your hair to cause you to get the growth that you need. Um, so you'll need a deep conditioner, and normally to deep condition your hair, you need to deep condition it for at least 30 minutes. Even if the bottle tells you 15 minutes, do 30 minutes. Now, when I do a moisture deep conditioner, I have a hair steamer. Um, I bought one because when you go to the hairdresser, they're going to charge you anywhere from 25 to $40 for a steam treatment. Well, I figure if I can pay $25 a month, I can multiply that by 12 and I can afford to buy me a steamer, which I did do. I got mine that I currently have on Amazon.com. It was like $87, I believe, and that was it. I think the shipping was free. Um, Also, Hudeford hair steamers, they have one. I think you pay like 114, 115. It may be a little bit more now, but it's a pretty decent steamer as well. But I chose to get a hair steamer because I wanted that extra moisture. Now, there are a lot of people that use just a regular hooded dryer. If you've got a hooded dryer, you can use that. But just put your hair in one of those conditioner bags and sit up under it for at least 30 minutes. I try to do a moisture deep conditioner for anywhere from 45 minutes to 60 minutes now, especially when it's cold, because I just like to have that additional moisture. Then you have what you call light conditioner. Like say in the middle of the week you feel like you want to wash your hair, but you don't have the time or whatever to sit up under a steamer. You can use a light conditioner, and I'll mention Giovanni because I think Giovanni is one of those conditioners you can put it on under the shower, leave it in for 1 to 2 minutes and rinse it out, or you can leave it in for 15 minutes to 30 minutes as a deep conditioner. So I always try to find something that you can do both with if you can. But personally, I mostly, when I do my hair, I deep condition all the time. That's just where I'm at with my hair regimen, because I just like to have that moisture, and my hair is reaping the benefits from it. I'm almost near 20 minutes now, so I'm going to stop this video, and I might try to do one more, but if I don't do one more today, I'll try to come back tomorrow to do one, okay? With that, talk to you soon. Bye-bye.